Welcome. Have you ever wondered how much time you truly have left once you hit 70? Each passing year feels more valuable, and the reality is your body is already sending you signals about your potential lifespan. Some people in their 70s remain vibrant, sharp, and full of energy, while others start grappling with health issues and fatigue. What's the difference? Well, it often lies in a few key signs, subtle yet powerful indicators that can offer a glimpse into your future. In this video, we're going to explore 7 scientifically proven signs that can predict how long you might live after 70. These aren't just myths or guesses. These are real patterns observed by doctors and researchers in people who live long, healthy lives. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly what to look for in your own body and lifestyle. And most importantly, what steps you can take to maximize your chances of living longer and staying healthier. Stick around until the end because you might be overlooking small things that could have a significant impact on your future. Let's dive in. Sign 1, your ability to stand on one leg. Have you ever stopped to think about your balance? Most of us don't until we start losing it. But here's the thing, your ability to stand on one leg for at least 10 seconds is one of the strongest predictors of how long you'll live. Researchers have found that people who struggle with balance are more likely to experience falls, injuries, and even cognitive decline. Take Carol and Nancy, for example. Both women are in their early 70s. Carol's always been active. She walks every day, does yoga, and can easily lift one foot off the ground for several seconds without wobbling. Nancy, however, never paid much attention to her balance. When she tries to stand on one leg, she immediately starts tipping over, needing to grab onto something for support. What Nancy doesn't realize is that her loss of balance isn't just an inconvenience, it's a warning sign. Balance relies on strong legs, a sharp nervous system, and a healthy brain. If you notice yourself stumbling more often or feeling unsteady, it's time to act. The good news? Balance can be improved with simple exercises, like standing on one foot for a few seconds each day, walking heel to toe, or practicing Tai Chi. So let's try a quick test right now. Stand up and lift one foot off the ground. Can you hold it for 10 seconds without struggling? If not, don't panic, but don't ignore it either. The more you work on your balance now, the steadier you'll be in the future. Sign 2, your grip strength. Now, believe it or not, the strength of your handshake could reveal more about your future than you think. Grip strength is one of the clearest indicators of overall vitality in older adults. A firm grip suggests strong muscles, good circulation, and a well-functioning nervous system. But when your grip weakens, it can signal muscle loss, frailty, and a higher risk of health complications. Meet Robert, 78. He's always prided himself on his firm handshake. He stays active, lifts weights, and never struggles to open jars or carry groceries. Then there's Walter, also 78, who's noticed that simple tasks like twisting the cap off a bottle are getting harder. He dismisses it as just part of aging, but this decline in grip strength actually a warning sign that his muscle mass is shrinking, making him more prone to falls, injuries, and a potentially shorter life expectancy. So, how's your grip? Test it right now if your handshake feels weaker than it used to, or if you're finding everyday tasks harder, don't ignore it. Squeezing a tennis ball, using hand grippers, or carrying light weights can help maintain your grip and strength. If you're enjoying these insights, make sure to comment more below to let me know you're still with us. And if you haven't subscribed yet, don't forget to hit that subscribe button so you don't miss future videos. Sign 3, your walking speed. One of the simplest yet most telling indicators of how long you might live after 70 is something you do every day. Your walking speed. Research shows that people who maintain a steady, brisk walking pace in their 70s and beyond tend to live longer than those who slow down significantly. Take Joe and Frank, both 75 years old. Joe walks every morning, maintains a steady pace, and has no trouble climbing stairs. He's smooth, balanced, and confident in his movements. Frank, on the other hand, has slowed down considerably over the past few years. He struggles to keep up with others, takes frequent breaks, and sometimes feels unsteady on his feet. Joe's pace suggests his body is functioning well, while Frank's slowing walk could signal underlying issues like muscle weakness, poor circulation, or even early neurological decline. The good news? Walking speed can be improved. Try taking more walks, doing light leg exercises, and strengthening your muscles. So, how's your walking pace? Are you keeping up with others, or do you find yourself slowing down? It could tell you a lot about how long you'll keep moving through life. Sign 4. Your sleeping patterns. Now let's talk about sleep. It's something we all need, but how well you sleep at night can tell you a lot about how long you might live. Sleep is when your body repairs itself, strengthens your immune system, and clears toxins from the brain. Studies show that people over 70 who maintain high-quality sleep tend to live longer, healthier lives. Consider Sam and Graham, both in their mid-70s. Sam has a steady bedtime, sleeps around 7 hours each night, and wakes up feeling refreshed. Graham, on the other hand, tosses and turns, wakes up multiple times, and struggles to fall asleep. Over time, Sam's body continues to function well, while Graham starts experiencing brain fog, fatigue, and changes in his blood pressure, all linked to poor sleep quality. If you wake up tired, struggle to stay asleep, or feel like your sleep has changed, don't brush it off. Poor sleep can be linked to many factors, including stress, poor diet, or even undiagnosed health conditions like sleep apnea. Make small changes, like reducing screen time before bed or sticking to a sleep routine, and watch your health improve. Sign 5. Your appetite and eating habits. The way you eat in your 70s is one of the strongest indicators of how long you might live. A healthy appetite and a balanced diet keep your body strong, your immune system resilient, and your energy levels high. But a sudden loss of appetite or poor eating habits can signal underlying health issues, speeding up aging. Margaret, 74, enjoys her meals, eats a variety of fresh whole foods, and maintains a steady weight. She feels energized and looks forward to preparing her own meals. Susan, however, isn't as hungry as she used to be. She skips meals, relies on processed foods, and has unintentionally lost weight. Her declining appetite isn't just a small change, it's a red flag. When your appetite declines, your body starts breaking down muscle, leading to weakness and an increased risk of falls and illness. Don't ignore it. Eating well after 70 isn't just about staying full, it's about giving your body the nutrients it needs to thrive. Focus on whole, nutrient-dense foods, stay hydrated, and don't ignore a shrinking appetite. Sign 6. Your ability to handle stress. How you handle stress after 70 is another key predictor of longevity. Chronic stress doesn't just affect your mood, it weakens your immune system, raises your risk of heart disease, and accelerates aging. But people who manage stress effectively tend to stay healthier, more active and mentally sharp well into their later years. Take John and Richard, both 76. John faces challenges but handles them with a calm, steady approach. He practices deep breathing, stays socially engaged, and doesn't dwell on problems. Richard, on the other hand, holds on to stress. He constantly worries, feels overwhelmed by small frustrations, and often gets stuck in negative thought patterns. Over time, his stress wears on his body, raising his blood pressure and draining his energy. If you're feeling tense, irritable, or emotionally drained, don't ignore it. Managing stress through mindfulness, deep breathing, or laughter can add years to your life. How do you handle stress? Do you adapt and move forward, or let it take control? Sign 7. Your social connections. Last but certainly not least, your social connections are one of the clearest indicators of how long you might live. Studies show that people with strong social ties, whether through friendships, family, or community involvement, tend to live longer, healthier lives. Loneliness, on the other hand, is linked to higher risks of heart disease, depression, cognitive decline, and even premature death. Consider Eleanor and Barbara, both 78. Eleanor stays socially engaged. She's active in a book club, enjoys family time, and laughs often with friends. Barbara, however, has lost touch with many of her friends and spends most of her time alone. As the months pass, she begins to feel isolated, and her health starts to decline. Human connection does more than lift your mood. It directly impacts your physical health. If you're withdrawing from social activities, it's time to make a change. Even small efforts, like calling an old friend or joining a group, can make a big difference. So now that you know the 7 signs that can predict how long you might live, take a moment to reflect on your own life. Are you moving through life with strength and confidence? Or have you noticed some subtle changes that could be warning signs? The good news is most of these factors, balance, grip strength, walking speed, sleep quality, eating habits, stress levels, and social connections, are things you can improve. Your future isn't set in stone. The choices you make today can have a powerful impact on how many years you have ahead of you. If you've recognized areas where you need to improve, don't wait for a doctor to tell you it's time to make a change. Start now. Take more walks. Strengthen your muscles. Prioritize sleep. Stay socially connected and manage stress. Remember, longevity isn't just about how many years you have left. It's about the quality of life in those years. If you found this video helpful, please hit the like button and subscribe to the channel for more tips on living a longer, healthier life. And feel free to comment below with one thing you learned today and how you plan to use it in your life. Your thoughts are important to us, and we love hearing from you. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.